Hannah.
And this is Coffee Conversations! So we are continuing our summer series with our crazy Hannah Banana, where we are exploring faith alongside of you, just telling you a little bit about some lies or things that we didn't quite understand on our faith journey and the truths that we've uncovered along the way. But like always, before we get started, we would really, you're like bringing my cheerleader out in me. We would really like it if you would hit that subscribe button below so that you can follow along with us on this summer series.
So grab your favorite drink and your favorite mug and join us for Coffee Conversations.
And in true transparency.
Abby introduced me to lattes a couple weeks ago.
You're a latte girl.
I'm a latte
Girl, I see it.
It was good.
Well, so she could. She'd have a latte in there. But this week we are chatting about what we believe about living like Jesus. So Hannah, why don't you go ahead and just share maybe something like you didn't understand or a lie, a myth that you believe about this particular topic.
Yeah, so for a while, and actually still sometimes today, I really struggle with the lie that God only can love me by what I do that's right. And so I spent my whole life trying to please him with this long list of right things to do. And the truth here in this is that God has already loved us the most that he can love us. We already have his love. And so he has no intention to withhold his love from us, and our decisions and doing the most right thing doesn't take away his ability to love us. And so that truth is for you, that truth is for me, that truth is for Rebecca as well.
Yes, absolutely. I think for a long time for me, I simply found like the whole idea of like living like Jesus to be like a really impossible task. So for you, you kind of have this like blockade almost of like, okay, well, if God doesn't love me, like how could I even begin to understand how to love, to live like this? And I think for me, it just felt very similar in the sense of like, this is just, it seems impossible, like an impossible task. So I would try my best to be like Jesus, and when I would fall short, I would shame myself. And I still do this, like Hannah said, like we're always in process. Like I still catch myself, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm shaming myself again. But then one day God reminded me of grace, which is one of the major points of Jesus' death and why he died on the cross and rose again for us. So grace is not a gift you open up once, which is something I believe. Like I opened it up once, I received it once, and then that was done. But it's an ongoing, it's ongoing, and it is through grace. Like that's the only reason that we can actually live like Jesus.
Yeah, and giving grace to ourselves and others is honestly one of the best ways that we can live like Jesus.
Yes, so 1 Corinthians 11:1, Paul encourages us to imitate Christ.
Yeah, it sounds like a tall order.
Yeah, like it's really hard.
This would be considered a tall at Starbucks.
Oh my gosh.
I go there too much. But Jesus also told Paul and us that his grace is sufficient, for his power is made perfect in weakness.
Yes, so we're gonna mess up. And in our own effort, we're never gonna get this whole thing right. In our own effort, we are never going to be able to live like Jesus. Like that's the truth. If we're doing it out of our own effort and our own strife. But God has taught me that is out of the overflow of spending time with him and getting to know him, that I'm able to live like Jesus. We won't always get that right because we're human, but that is why grace has to be a part of the story. And honestly, I think just admitting you're human and that you're gonna mess up and giving yourself grace and when you apologize, be like, gosh, I'm sorry. Like, I know that I wasn't supposed to do that or say that or think that. And giving yourself grace and allowing other people just to even be a part of that conversation with you of grace is a wonderful way to just show Jesus. And it's a step in the right direction of living like him. So,
Absolutely.
We got the conversation started, but we want to hear from you. So what questions do you have about this particular topic? Is grace confusing to you? Do you find yourself shaming yourself too? Are you trying to earn God's grace and his love? go ahead and share with us below. Comment your questions. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, and so we want you a part of this summer series. So like Rebecca said, comment below or follow along with us on Instagram. I was trying to think of what I was supposed to say there.
Yeah.
And while you're at it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our blog at laneofroses.com/subscribe so you can explore more about who Jesus is.
Great girl. Don't break it.
Lightly tap.